As ships become ever larger and the number of people on board doubles and even triples, bringing new technology into the mix isn't so much a bonus as it is a requirement. In today's video, we'll take a look at Princess's incredible medallion technology and explore my 5 favorite things about it. And we'll also discuss a couple of things that might need some work. I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy. As always, thank you for subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. In 2017, Princess announced an entirely new elevated cruise experience for its guests, and it was all reliant on this tiny piece of technology called the Medallion. The Medallion was designed to replace the classic cruise card, and in doing so provide guests with a more personalized and immersive onboard experience. If you've ever returned to your room with your hands full, this one is for you. Simply approach your stateroom door and it automatically unlocks. No fumbling with a cruise card, no more hoping you've inserted it the right way. You just pull the handle and walk in. For something that seems so simple, I can guarantee you'll end up appreciating the convenience of this feature more than you think. Undoubtedly, one of the Medallion's greatest party tricks is its location tracking technology. Your Medallion is basically a homing beacon, and Princess have provided you with a couple of ways to take advantage of this functionality. The first and probably most highly regarded of these is drink and food delivery. Using the Medallion app on your phone or tablet, you're able to view the entire drinks and casual food menu. While on board, you can place an order via the app and have it delivered to your exact location. Whether you're in your stateroom or out by the pool, the simplicity and convenience of this feature can't be overstated. Drink orders can even be tailored to your specific tastes, and food options include Princess's famous pizza, burgers, and much more. The second way you can take advantage of this nifty technology is by tracking members of your traveling party. Cruise ships are generally large places, and it can be easy to misplace a child, spouse, or partner. Seemingly, that might sometimes be intentional. For other times though, you can use the Ocean Compass section of the Medallion app to see exactly where your traveling companions are. You can even do this using the large flat screen panels that are located around the ship. This really does come in handy, especially if you're traveling with children. Concerned about your privacy? That's no problem. Adults are able to turn off their location sharing. Ships are only becoming larger, and with that, so does the number of people on board. One of the several downsides of ever-increasing ship sizes is that it can be more difficult to build connections with crew. The technology behind the Medallion goes some of the way to bringing back that sense of connection. When you approach a bar or even the sales desk in one of the shops, your profile picture and name pop up for the crew member to see. They will often personally greet you by name, and though it's one of the more minor touch points, it is something that is guaranteed to bring a smile to your face. I cruised with Azamara for the first time about 5 years ago now, and one of the things I appreciated most about that experience was that it was almost all-inclusive. After 18 nights on board, I walked off with no onboard spending bill whatsoever. Ever since that cruise, I've grown more fond of all-inclusive holiday experiences, and some time ago now, Princess launched their multi-tier fare structure. Princess Plus and Princess Premier provide guests with the option of paying a higher fare up front for more included value in the way of drinks, internet, and specialty dining. For the additional cost over the classic Princess standard fare, the extra value of Plus and Premier pretty much make upgrading a no-brainer. On my recent cruise on board Coral Princess, I opted for Princess Plus, and being able to order a drink from the palm of my hand, knowing that it was included in my fare, was ultimately so relaxing. It felt seamless and easy and really added to my enjoyment on board. Combined with the convenience of the Medallion, it really was a new experience for me on board a mass market cruise line, to not feel like I was being charged and charged again and again and again, and it felt like something a lot more premium. The Medallion is a wearable device, and as standard comes with a Princess lanyard. In addition to that though, you can invest in a few different Medallion accessories that make it more of a fashion statement if that's your thing. From a sports band to a necklace to a bracelet, and even a card with a Medallion-sized hole for those missing the classic cruise card look, There's something for everyone. The medallion is also customized for your particular sailing, engraved with your full name and the date of departure. You of course get to keep your medallion as a memento of your cruise, and you will receive a new one for each and every Princess cruise you take. And like cruise cards of old, the medallion's color also matches your Captain's Circle loyalty level. For all of its technical genius, the medallion is waterproof, so you can wear it in the pool or hot tub. The screens located all around the ship allow you to replicate many of the features that you would otherwise use on your own personal device. From reviewing the onboard schedule to playing games and even checking where your traveling companions are located, you can do all of these things on the large shared screens all around the ship. Though not yet available in our region, Princess have partnered with several onshore suppliers and shops in other parts of the world, so that you can use your medallion for payment while off the ship. Whilst convenient, I feel it will be some time before this is expanded to become truly useful, but nonetheless, I thought it was worth a mention. So, as with any new technology, there are bound to be some problems, and the medallion isn't all smooth sailing. Most of these problems seem to come down to the app itself. Many people have reported issues completing their pre-departure checklists via the app. From uploading documentation to reviewing the booking itself, the app can be problematic to say the least and downright frustrating to say the most. In response to these complaints though, Princess now offer a medallion assistance call center with staff specially trained in all of the quirks and features of the app. On board, assistance and training is also available at the oceanfront, so you're never too far away from help if it's needed. Personally speaking, whilst on board Coral Princess in August, I had a lot of difficulty just getting the app to recognize that I was even on board the ship. That's despite following the instructions to the letter and being pretty tech-oriented myself. I persisted though, and within about half an hour, managed to get the app to recognize my location. During my short time on board though, I could never, not once, review my onboard spending account via the app, and I know a few in my group had the same experience. In general, the app was prone to glitches, and I found myself restarting it several times throughout my short cruise. Despite claims from Princess that it possesses the fastest internet at sea, I can tell you that was not my experience. The internet was slow. I do know that the number of people now using the internet on board ships has increased dramatically, and that there is only a limited amount of bandwidth to be shared amongst all guests and crew. But based on all of the marketing, I can tell you that it was significantly slower than I had anticipated and hoped for. During busy times like sail away, bar service and delivery was excruciatingly slow. This is not a reflection of the crew members. I could see them all working incredibly hard, but it's instead a downside to the app ordering system. Where all guests would normally line up at a bar to place an order for a drink, on a medallion class ship you essentially have two queues. The first being those guests that order via the app, and the second being those who present in person at the bar. What happens though is that the bottleneck and backlog begins to grow as the crew become obviously overrun with both digital and in-person orders. I saw this play out firsthand, and although I don't know how they could address it, it feels like something that might need some attention. And finally, though the location tracking features are truly excellent, it does seem apparent that it's not too exact, at least in some instances. I can't even tell you the number of times I saw a crew member with a tray of food or drinks standing in one spot trying to look for the guest that they were delivering to. I would watch as they repeatedly checked their tablet to compare faces, I assume, from the profile picture to those actually in the crowd to see where they had to go. I assume this is just another limitation of the technology, but during busy times especially, it was quite obvious that it was just adding to the backlog. Well, that covers pretty much everything I could think of, but I'm more interested in knowing what you think about the medallion experience. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of it, what you loved, what you think could be worked on. There is so much to love about it. I think it's truly one of the most fantastic pieces of technology to ever be incorporated into a cruise line. If you're interested in getting on board a Princess ship to experience Medallion for yourself, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguide.com.au, to look for and book a cruise. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You can also give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guy. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. As ships become ever larger and the number of people on board doubles and even triples, incorporating... In 2017, Princess announced an entirely new elevated guest... Princess first announced its entirely new elevated cruise experience. The Medallion was designed to... Cruise ships are generally large places and it can be quite easy to miss, but for the additional cost of the...